it's Groundhog Day again for the 14th time this season that we're back in this position where we had a little bit of hope. If you had no hope, you're lying, because you're a fan of a football club and you will always have some hope that deep inside you think something may fucking happen. Today was damning, and I think that the fans, it feels like the tide has turned a bit from what I saw from that away end, from what I see on social media, from what I see from my friends and family. The tide has turned today, it feels like. And it's simply because of one thing and one thing only. No, it's not the red card. It's the insistence of not changing anything, doing the same thing, putting the same lineups, doing the same tactics each week that we already know doesn't work. You know, and look, the personnel that we have ain't great. That's thanks to the board and to Vincent Kompany as well, that they potentially, I don't know, did they buy our own hype too much? You know, they saw how well we was last year, and we had a pretty good percentage rate of pretty good signings last year, so they thought that they were hot shit, and just felt like, just do it again, sign a bunch of young players with no experience, but yeah, we'll do well. The insistence of playing James Trafford is what's going to kill is what's going to kill anything for me. I can't stand it anymore. I can't pretend that this makes any sense. I can't pretend that playing Amdouni, doing a 4-4-2 makes any sense. Even before the red card, we was pathetic. I couldn't even fathom what have they done in the last week. Like, what was the game plan? They were missing Gay, Eze, Elise. Yes, they got a new manager about, but at the very same time, are we not also fighting for our lives? I listened to the press conferences. I don't know what's even being said anymore. It doesn't even look like they're even being honest with us. A question came into Vincent Kompany about, you know, are you under a bit of pressure here? You know, what are you and the lads going to do to try to bounce back and to pick up some form? And then he went on about a goddamn monologue about his dad, about him being a refugee. Okay, I mean, that'd be nice, and it's a great story, you know. I love Vincent Kompany, but, like, we need to see some fucking results, or some performances, or just some honesty. Look, right, I've laughed a few times in my life watching football, but when the 90th minute came and I saw Manuel Benson get subbed on with a 3-0 down, I fucking pissed myself. Are you taking the piss out of me? You subbed on Jack Cork and J-Rod and Manuel Benson in the 90th minute when 3-0 down. Why? What is that about? Subbing on Vitinho when we're already 2-0 down and he gives away a penalty a minute or two later. And to play him out of position as well, because we don't actually have a left back, it seems. I mean, Taylor came back. But Christ almighty, what is the plan? How do we play football? How are we? Like, I don't know anymore. Are we a counter-attacking team? Because we were possession-based, but apparently we're too shit for that. So what is it? I don't know what we are. And I said on Twitter earlier, yeah, but like, I've been a fan of this club my entire life, 25 years of age. A season ticket holder when I was 6 or 7, thanks to my brother. James Hargreaves up a tier, then went to the cricket field end. Followed this club, home and away, well, predominantly away, almost every single week for 5-6 years until COVID hit. As soon as I turned 16, I went to every single game. Of course, you probably know if you know my YouTube, documented it week in, week out, travelled on megabuses every single fucking week. I was proud of our club no matter what happened. Right now, I hope is the last time I'll ever say this, I feel embarrassed to be a Burnley fan. I feel embarrassed. Your mates or your work colleagues or whoever else that supports other clubs, they're like, what the fuck's going on at Burnley? And you're just like, we don't know what to say anymore. Burnley right now are a laughing stock of the Premier League, and Christ almighty, aren't we? Are we fortunate that there's somehow a team shitter than us in Sheffield United? Somehow. The biggest saving grace is the fact that technically we're only 2 wins off being back in the mix. Biggest saving grace is the fact that Everton have got points deductions, maybe even Forest. We don't deserve it. We do not deserve anything. Making the same mistakes week in, week out. And we're going down with a whimper. And with £100 million spent, there's no excuse for that. End of the day, Sean Dyche was sacked for worse. Sean Dyche was sacked for less. That's just simple, and that's just the truth. Vincent Kompany, you know, I back you, I really do, and I'm in the mind that I'm kind of becoming numb of like, oh well, yeah, at least he knows a championship now. But it does get to a stage that if we keep losing games pathetically, if we make no changes and nothing changes and there's no improvements, it becomes untenable. I don't care if we lose games as long as we lose games with a fight. I don't care if we go down as long as we go down with a fight. Red card or not, we were not in that fucking game anyway. We were not going to win that game anyway. So, this is where we're at. Right now, I feel embarrassed to be a Burnley fan. I think a lot of you feel the same right now. And you could try to find positives. I found one. Josh Brownhill is not playing for the next few games now. Great. That's one positive I found. And it's not like I hate Josh Brownhill. I just don't feel anything to any of these players. I don't see anything anymore. It just looks like they've already given up. Fucking hell, Christ. I feel bad for the new lads. What have they got themselves into? And this is probably one of the rare times that I've actually been angry. I always try to be really calm and collected and look things on both sides, but right now I'm tired of just being fucking laughed at. As a fan of a football team, it's now getting in my mind, Vincent Kompany should now have 2-3 games to save his job, because we've got 3 games that are still competitively should be a game that we should go for, but I've got zero hope, and the fact that I've got zero hope of facing Bournemouth at home next week says everything. So are we just going to... I mean, we probably can't even afford to sack Kompany. I don't want him sacked. But I've got to see something, mate. You know. And I think a lot of fans are feeling the same. That if you aren't already in the camp of Vincent Kompany out, you're in a camp like me saying, well, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. So, that's where we're at. Enjoy your day. To forget today. And we're going to waste more time of ours next week watching it all over again. See ya.